Hi all, right back with more D-Day at Peleliu. This is my take 3, part 20. Should probably be the last part, I would think. Um, we're on the overnight turn 13. Catastrophic loss limit is at 26, however, and we're sitting at 23. Right, sorry, interruption there, right away, not even 30 seconds in. Right, yeah, so 26 is the limit. 23 we've got, so we can only take two. And let's say we're moving into the overnight turn, two Japanese fire phases. So let's just see. We can't do anything about it now anyway. There was something. I can't think what it was though. There was something I wanted to mention that I should have done. I think. Oh man. Give me a second. I can't think of what it was. It'll maybe come to me. There was something I wanted to sort of say, but I can't recall. Okay, let's just go. Well, we've got the overnight turn, so there's a slight difference to how things go with that. Remember, Grant? Here we go. Right, so we'll bring the rulebook up here actually. So we skipped the US amphibious operations phase. Well, there was nothing in land, etc. First event phase, do not draw an event card. If the Japanese counter-attack event has not yet occurred in the game, well, it has. So it says, if the counter-attack event has already occurred, no event occurs. Because it just happened at the second event of the last turn, wasn't it? So now, step 3, Japanese fire phase. We conduct this as in regular sequence of play with the following adjustments. Conduct 2 Japanese fire phases in a row. And they can only hit adjacent units. The M action's cancelled. It just means there's no letter. A unit instructed from artillery conducts no action. Purposes of tracing Japanese communication. They can. That's the thing. Remember, I was talking about communication. When in the overnight turn, they can just waltz right by the US units to trace it, can't they? Can be traced through hexes adjacent to US units. What was the first bit? Japanese fire hits US units only in hexes adjacent. Yeah. Fire in non-adjacent hexes is disregarded. Which, I was quite. Well, I'll tell you what though. I'm a wee bit curious to know. I was thinking down here and I thought, God, well, this guy was disrupted. Nothing we could do about him. But this can't be fired upon. He's 2 away. See this here. Is this considered 2 away? I mean, it's adjacent to the blue position. And for that matter, so are these. These are in steady fire, but this is an intense. I mean, is that considered adjacent? Japanese fires hit US units only in hexes adjacent to the firing position. The firing position. There's no mention of position hex there. I mean, this could be considered as the firing position. I feel like that's going to bug me, that. Well, we'll have a quick look, and I might actually pop a little question out there. Because I want to try and get this finished just now. Okay, couldn't find anything right away, and to speed things up, I just chucked a little question out there quickly. I get the feeling, I mean, I'd like to think that no, these are not considered adjacent. However, I actually think that they might be. Because, I mean, it does say adjacent to the firing position. I mean, this is one position. I mean, it was spoken about before that the reason these are position groups is because the Japanese can be part of either hex, you know. The other thing with that is, what if this was US occupied? I mean, if the answer comes back saying, yes, these are considered adjacent for this purpose of this firing adjacent, and let's just say we had this hex occupied, but we still had other units adjacent to it, then they would still be considered adjacent as well. Unless, of course, it does come back saying, no, that this can only fire in these 6 hexes adjacent to it. I'm not sure. I feel like some of this has been brought up before and talked about before, but So yeah, hopefully I can get a quick answer to that, or maybe we get no blue and 2 Japanese fire cards. Well, no blue that just want to do normal fire. Well, we shall see. Okay, so I think we're good to go. So let's get the Japanese fire phase started then. Right, and remember we've got the counter-attack stuff to do first. Right, let's draw a card. Well, we've got blue right away. Blue doing just normal fire. So we're going to have to find out right away. Right, remember the M action does nothing. The P, the patrol action, is still going to do stuff. Well, I say M action does nothing. It just means that this is a purple fire. Just purple, just fire as normal. And remember, only adjacently though. But the P can still go out hexes, because it says there, fire in non-adjacent hexes. Right, maybe I should have read that. It carries on. Fire into non-adjacent hexes is disregarded. Nah, I still think I feel like I need to know the answer to that. Whether I'm being stupid or not, because this is not adjacent to this. But you can see what I'm asking. Is this considered... I mean, this is considered Japanese occupied, isn't it? This position. So I don't know. And it only mentions firing position. Doesn't say firing position hex. I don't know. Maybe it's anyway. It says for Japanese actions other than fire, fields of fire are not restricted. So the patrol action will do its thing. So it would disrupt everything in the brown's firing. Everything that's sitting in brown field of fire will get disrupted. Okay. So well, actually, I've drawn the card, but. Well, I think you still draw the card first anyway, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's just the 4, isn't there? So we've got 4 counter-attacks to do. So during Japanese fire phase, all CA units conduct the counter-attack action regardless of colours. Conduct all counter-attack actions before conducting actions with other units. I'm going to have to remember though that if that just does sit and do nothing, we don't then look at purple and try and make it do something again. Conduct a counter-attack action 1 unit at a time, beginning with the CA unit closest to a US landing beach. If equally close, then the southernmost unit goes first. Well, clearly that's going to be the closest, so we're going to go that one, that one, that one, and then that one. So this one here it's not a tank. However, they just do the same stuff because they're counter-attack units, aren't they? It doesn't really matter if it's a tank or not. So they're limited to movement and close combat. To conduct a counter-attack action, move the CA unit to within 3 hexes of the unit's current hex. The unit does not fire. Among hexes within 3 hexes, choose the hex listed first in the following priorities. Now, where's the provisional counter-attack positions? The 3 provisional counter-attack hexes on the map are considered Japanese positions when a counter-attack unit is performing the counter-attack action. Japanese unit in a provisional counter-attack position projects no field of fire. So that's what they're going to do. So the priority number 1 is it wants to move to an unoccupied position hex with a field of fire into a US landing beach hex. Well, no, I mean it can move there, but that's not firing on the beach. These we know do not produce a field of fire, so can't be firing on the beach. So they're the only ones that it could go to. So no. And then number 2 is a hex occupied by a US unit, even if not a position hex. More than one, the hex closest to a US landing beach hex. Well, within 3, this is only 1. So he is coming in here and attacking there. I'm just going to put where he came from. It's going to use the purple though, isn't it, I think? Okay, so modifications to close combat. Right, need to remember them. If in a non-position hex, use the position colour on the CE unit's counter-attack marker when checking for hits. If in a position hex, use the position colour. So we use purple as the fire. So there's going to be a close combat there. I'll mark that with a little red cube. And yeah, well, this guy should be probably toast now, really. Although, yeah, that was it. That was the thing that was on my mind. The modification to close combat, I forgot about it because we could have probably put something adjacent to that. I mean, yeah, and to be honest, I'll put something adjacent to that. It probably then means he's going to get attacked as well. But so I don't know. But if any US units are in the hexes adjacent to the close combat hex, the US side reveals the first card each round of close combat, and that's huge. And that's the whole difference about close combat between Peleliu and Tarawa, where Tarawa, if you disrupted the unit, the first thing they'd done was remove disruption. They didn't get to fire. They removed disruption. And then I'll get to a bit of that if I get the chance to speak about Martin's AAR. He's got he lists a few things at the end, just some of his thoughts on how the game is, even with this was with the newly balanced rules, which still imbalanced really, isn't it? Anyway, okay. So on modifications, you do not draw an additional card, Japanese card for attacking unit. We get to draw an additional card. We remove disruption right now. Yeah, I think that's that really. So we're gonna hang on. So we're gonna get 2 for the steps, 1 for the flamethrower. However, we're going to get 1 extra because the Japanese are in counterattacks now. So that's why we're getting 4 cards here. See, if I had moved that unit adjacent, I should have done it, because then I'd be firing first. There's no heroes. Yeah, so I've got 4 cards. Then he gets 1 for the unit, 1 for the depth. He would get 1 because he's attacking, but he's in counter-attack stance, so he doesn't get an extra 1 for that. 1 because he's got 4 strength. He's got 5 strength. 1 because he's got a CC. That's up to 4 now. And then 1 card only if any of the following apply. Well, it's night. The night turn is underway, so he's getting 5 cards. Yeah, he's getting 5. But we are getting 4, and if we had the chance to fire first here, that might have made a bit of a difference. And that was something I never remembered about units being adjacent. So right, we did draw an additional card. Right, yeah. So we're fighting, and it's purple. Right, he gets to fire first. He misses and draws US fire and counter attack, but I think that's only if I draw that. Is it not? Or does it cancel it out if it was purple? That's annoying. That's an annoying waste, isn't it? Let me jump back to here. US fire. If this event is drawn from the Japanese pile during the Japanese counter attack, treat this card as no hit. If drawn from US pile, treat this card as a hit, regardless. Yeah, so if we had drawn this right now and it didn't have purple, it would be a hit. If he draws it and there was purple on the card, it's not a hit. It's not got purple on the card, but however, that's good. He missed. Right, so let me just move that book there. Right, so us to firing at purple. Oh man. Can't get a break. Right, back to him, purple. And CC reinforce. Yes, beautiful. So he gets to add a card. Not just reinforcing, but hitting us as well. Oops, that card should be the very bottom one. So he gets to add a card. And I think that's going to be the end of this guy. Add a card. He doesn't add depth. He's got depth. If drawn during a counter-attack... Oh, hang on. Add a card to the Japanese... No, hang on, no. This was a rat. But I don't think that's the bit that's a rat. It's just the next bit, wasn't it? 8.7. No. So what does it say here? It says, add a card to the Japanese card pile, and if the participating Japanese unit has no depth marker, draw and place a depth marker. Revealed. Well, it does have the counter-attack depth, but it carries on. If drawn during a counter-attack, add depth by flipping the counter-attack marker to its depth side. Ah, see, so if we had removed its depth here, like that, and drawn the reinforce, it would have built its depth back again. Right, well, fortunately it's not got that. However, now we've got a hit to deal, so he hits him. We discard a card. What's it going to be? It's not purple. No, still no purple for Grant. Right, well, I get a chance this time. I'm not going to bother with looking to withdraw. Right, purple. Hurrah! So we hit. So we remove a card. Okay, and he's disrupted. That's all that happens, isn't it? Disrupted, we remove the card. We've only got one card left, so it's back to him. He fires purple, that's us toast. We're dead. We would lose this card, which would have been purple. And that's that. So the cards can go away, and these cards can go back at the top. Yeah, well, we didn't really think that guy had a chance. And if I keep not drawing the colour, persistent. Okay, I got one there, but yeah, I mean he would have ended disrupted anyway because of the close combat, wouldn't he? So it doesn't really. So this then goes back to where he came from, disrupted, because it wasn't a position X. And that's him done. So at least the next fire phase, all he'll do is remove his disruption, won't he? Right, moving on, next one. So this guy here, well, he's not got anyone within 3 though. I think they're just going to be. It's possibly moving to here or maybe here. Let me get back to where I was. Right. So, unoccupied position that's got field of fire on the beach. No. Hex occupied by a US unit. It's got to be within 3. There's nothing 1, 2, 3. And in fact, when it comes to these, this and this, there's nothing within 3. So these are not going to do any more assaulting. So the third priority is an unoccupied position hex closer to a US landing beach hex than the counter-attacking unit's current hex. So if multiple choices exist within any of the priorities, move to the hex closest to the moving unit. So he could move here, here, or here. That's right, yeah. All of these are 3 away, so that I need to break it down more because there's not one of them that's closer to where he's moving from. If still more than one choice, move to the westernmost. What is that again? What's westernmost? That's towards me. Well, and then southernmost, right? So, but Martin did point this out to me that the compass goes up that way. So these 2 are closer to me. So that one's out. So it's between these 2, and because the compass goes that way, this one is slightly more southern. Hang on. Right, sorry, back again. Right, so between this and this is slightly more southern because of the way the compass goes. So this one's going to move to here. Yeah, interesting. I'm looking at that, and I seem to recall reading something when this was asked about. I said that guy would undisrupt. He doesn't undisrupt based on the colour, I don't believe. Actually, I think he undisrupts because he's activated as a counter-attack unit. So when we activate him, all he's going to do is undisrupt. Just wondering there though, while we're there, if yellow's on this card, at the end of this fire phase, would that undisrupt? I get the feeling that's maybe a no, but then again, the way it works, generally I would be removing that, wouldn't I? If the yellow was on the card. I'll leave that thought in there as well, if anybody's got Thoughts on that? Or does he only get to undisrupt because he's a counter-attack unit? Does he get to undisrupt as his, when we go into the fire phase, that's the only thing he gets to do? I feel like I read something about that when I was just browsing other things. I think it came up. Does it talk about disrupted units? No. Eliminating depth. I'm not really seeing. I'm not really seeing anything about being disrupted. Oh, hang on. Yeah, they removed the disruption at the start. No, there's nothing there. Right, I'm going to leave that. I can't see anything anyway. So, give me, if anybody could maybe answer that. Again, it's not going to matter here. If yellow was on this card, would this guy undisrupt at the end of the Japanese fire phase? Or does he only disrupt because he's a counter-attack unit when we move into that counter-attack part of the Japanese fire phase? I don't know. I think I'd be wanting to take it off if yellow was there. But okay, so he moves to there, and that's it. And he doesn't have field of fire or anything. He's a tank as well, isn't he? Okay. So next one would be this guy. Again, not in range, can't reach a beach. He can reach this or this though. So he's going to move to here, which is closer to the beach. It was closer to the beach, wasn't it? Closer to a US landing beach hex. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Sure, it's closer though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is. So this one's going to here. And the brown one is going to go to 14 or 15. Sure, that one's closer. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and that's 6 away. So he's going to go there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's... If this gets removed in the next... Because it doesn't look at this card, does it? And in fact, I think you could move these before you actually even draw the card. And I definitely read... Let me go and see if I can maybe find what I was looking at. Okay, it was confirmed by Mr. Butterfield on a thread a lot of years ago, I think, just when the game came out. Because somebody was saying these have got to do an action, but basically he said that the only action, yes, they'll do an action, but the only action they can do is remove their disruption. That's fair enough. But I suppose I'm wondering here, like I say, if yellow is on this card, I think this would then be undisrupted. Then when it came to the next time, then when it came to the next counter-attack, at the start of the Japanese fire phase, this guy would be able to act again because he's not disrupted anymore. I think that's right. I mean, we don't have yellow on this card, so we're okay this time, but let me know if for some reason I've got that wrong. But I want to say the last time we played it, I know we didn't get very far as well because we never got right through the night turn. But I want to say that I think I was doing it that way, that if the colour was on the card and the unit was disrupted at the end of the Japanese fire phase, I would remove the disruption. So I think that's how I'll be playing it, but let me know if for some reason these are done differently. I don't see where I could find that in the rules though, so I mean, my take on it would be that if the colour's on the card, that gets removed. Okay, moved them all, yeah? Yes, we have. Right, let's get down to the Japanese fire card then. So purple. And yeah, this tank. Oh, no range. No range fire, Grant. Remember, we're through the night here. So, yeah, was any of that? no, that was fine. That was just a close combat done through the night. That was fine, I think. So purple, it's just purple basically. So this would just need to hit things adjacent. So would this. Oh, I had a little response here from Rob, who's just finished his playthrough. I will get around to having a look at your result there. He posted a picture and his response was it's far too hard. He did get right through the game though, I think, so which is better than I've done. But what was his score, did he say? Maybe 24 or something. Which, yeah, I mean, how to get anywhere near the 40, I don't know. You keep getting whittled down. You know, you run it, your strength in units just... You just need to be awfully lucky, I think. So, yeah, and he's the only one that's replied to this about, are these considered adjacent? It came up in his playthrough, he said, and unfortunately he did class these as being adjacent because, like I was saying, it says position. It doesn't say position hex, and that's where I'm getting that from as well. The fact that it just says from the Japanese firing position. Well, this is part of the firing position, and these units are adjacent to it. Kind of hope Martin might mention something. Not that I don't disagree with Rob, to be honest, but yeah, maybe I like Martin's take on it as well. And well, Mr. Butterfield's if he's around. Okay, so purple firing roundabout. No. No. In fact, we should be able to get through that quick. That's all they're going to do. Fire roundabout. There's another one there. Fires roundabout. There's another one there. Right. So purple's done. Blue. Oh, I'm going to have to deal with this then. It's annoying. I'm pretty sure Rob's right as well, though. I mean, I feel like that's right, but I guess I'm just trying to cling on to some hope. So, well, basically, blue's going to fire roundabout as well. So this one here is not hitting anything. This one's counter-attack anyway. And this is not hitting anything. This is not hitting anything. But unfortunately, this is. Now, this guy's safe. The problem there is going to be that this can hit two things, so it's going to hit both of these, isn't it? I'll tell you what, that guy's an engineer, so we're getting away with catastrophic loss, so I think it's going to hit both of these. I would like to just be extra sure that this was getting hit, though. Well, can we move on? Possibly. Well, so what I'm going to say is blue. If the only hexes that this can hit are the 6 round about it, nothing's getting hit. If these are considered adjacent as well, these 3 hexes, these 3 sort of stacks of units, then both of these are in 10, so both of these are going to get hit, right? So I'm going to put that red cube on there. I'm going to just squeeze 2 red cubes onto there because it's going to be 2 hits. I should know what it is I'm doing anyway. So let's put that there. So either, and that wouldn't end the game because the engineer would be dead, but he doesn't count for catastrophic loss. And that unit on top would just be reduced to his last step. So not catastrophic loss either. And that would be blue done. So let's just move on and see how far we can get. Right, the P action, right, that's different. Brown is going to disrupt everything. In its field of fire. Yeah, the patrol action. Or if it's not got units in field of fire, it's going to pick one within 4 hexes. Yeah. Okay. So, brown, well, this is unoccupied. What happened there? Oh, this is the guy that moved along there. It must have been him. Right, so unoccupied, and unoccupied P's do nothing. Unoccupied, this wants to hit something. It can only stretch out 4 hexes. It's got no issue at field of fire, so that's doing nothing. That's red, that's yellow, that's red. Oh, I'll tell you what. No, here we go. So just this position, This is not in Brown's field of fire, so it's going to disrupt 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these 3 stacks. Hang on. Right, I get the feeling I'm not going to get this finished today, because I'm still up for work in the morning, so I've not got an awful lot more time left. I've got a bit, we can see. So yeah, so he's going to disrupt one of these units, because he's not got units in field of fire. This is the one that can be traced across the shallows and blah, blah. If more than one, the closest unit, then the unit with the target symbol, then the greater attack strength. So 1, 2, this is 3 away, 1, 2. Can it disrupt? Well, this is the closest unit, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Leaders are not disrupted by patrol actions. He's classed as a leader, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he is classed as a leader. Yeah. Key US individuals in command formations are represented by hero markers. Ooh, I might have made a mistake with that in the past then. So are represented by hero markers, infantry/HQ units and regimental HQ units. These types are collectively referred to as leaders. And then in the patrol actions, got in red there, leaders are not disrupted by patrol actions. Just I may well have considered, if this had been in its field of fire, I think I might have, it's possible I might have wanted to disrupt that in the past and not thought about it. It's only because it's not in its field of fire now that I'm thinking, right, well, it can't disrupt that, so it's going to disrupt either this, that's a triangle, that's a circle, that's got a strength of 7, that's got a strength of 6. It's a triangle on the card though, so I think it's going to be the guy with the hero. Right, I moved off where I was now. Where are we? Patrol. If more than one US unit is within range, disrupt the closest, then the unit with the target symbol, then greater strength. So he's got a triangle, isn't he? Yeah, so he's getting disrupted. I suppose he's the guy that's sitting in the position hex, so maybe not quite so bad. Right, I think that's Brown done. Oh, in fact, that is the Japanese fire phase done. Okay. Right, well, let's move on. There aren't any artillery. I don't think artillery works anyway, does it? So we're at night. So that was Japanese fire card number 1. Now we're going to draw another one. Yeah, just going back, just having a little look at the... Let's see, M action doesn't count. Artillery doesn't work. Japanese communication, but that never came into anything there anyway. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to do another one. So let's draw another Japanese card. Well, we've not got blue this time, so we've not got that issue down there. M action's not going to work, artillery's not going to work, but we do have the R, and yeah, that's bad. Because that's going to be assault, and assault does work. I want to say the last time, was it not the first card I drew had 2 A's on the card? Anyway, right. So, well, this time yellow is on this card, so, well, it's not going to matter because he... now, hold on. Yeah, there's no Japanese units disrupted. So we had purple, blue and brown on that last card. So nothing would be undisrupted. But I think if yellow's on that card, I would be removing that. But let me know, please, if that's wrong. So, between these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, this one's closer to us. So this one's going to act first. Now, can it reach? I think it can. It can get to there. So, go back a bit. Unoccupied position hex with a field of fire and a US landing beach hex and C13.47. That's the one that says... No. Yeah, see a unit remains in counterattack stance until it is eliminated or ends its action in a Japanese position projecting a field of fire into a US landing beach hex. If the latter occurs, remove the counterattack marker from play. let me just stop there. There's another bit to come. So he's the first one to act, and he can move into this empty position within 3 that's going to then fire into the beach. A beach landing hex. So yes. So he's going to move down to there. He's going to now be removed from counter-attack stance. Oh, this is a tank unit though. When a non-tank unit with a counter-attack depth leaves counter-attack stance, replace the counter-attack depth marker with a normal depth marker drawn blindly from the pool and placed face down beneath the unit. Unit remains revealed. When a tank unit with counter-attack depth leaves counter-attack stance, remove the counter-attack depth marker, but do not replace it. So that just comes off and he remains, well, he remains revealed just now, but these are going to become unrevealed, aren't they? So okay, that's him done his thing. Now I'm just going to, because that might confuse me, he's acted and he's in a brown position. Brown's on the card, so I don't want him acting again. So next one in line would be this. This can't reach a hex that's close, that's firing onto the beach. Can't assault any unit. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 away. There it would be 1, 2, 3 away, so it's going to move there. I think. Yeah, they're going to maybe be sitting there for a while then. And then this one's just going to remove his depth, his disruption. What is I'm just going to do now? And then this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's too far away. It can't reach. So this or this. Where are we again? Unoccupied position hex closer to US landing beach hex. Oh, hang on. Yeah, closer than where it is. If multiple choices exist though, move to the hex closest to the moving unit. This is going to be 3 away. This is 3 away. Yeah. There's still more than one choice. Move to the westernmost. Yeah, so he's going to move to that one rather than that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, well, I suppose the counter-attack stuff didn't really, because we had nothing really around about there, did we? I saw the counter-attack units done the thing, so just going to look at the actions now. So this is just a yellow fire. Remember, the M doesn't count. So yellow firing round about itself. Nothing happening there, nothing happening there. Right, we've got one here. He's no. He's not got a field of fire dot. There's no fire dot in here. It's a triangle. There's a circle on the card. So I mean that there's no field of fire. It's not steady. It's not intense. It's nothing. And Martin commented on that as well. And just yeah, I mean these just don't have field of fire. I mean whether it was something that was intended, I suppose only Mr. Butterfield could answer that one. They're not there though. There's no fire dots in these two hexes or this one. So, and then yellow fires round about itself there. That's it. So that, I mean, although that fires round about itself, there's no fire dots to check to see. Right, now the next two are the more worrying ones. Probably the A actions. The more. So anyway, we've got a purple R. So now remember this tank wasn't in counter attack as well. So purple R. So yeah, hang on though. We're looking at these two, right? And this is a tank. This is slightly more western, isn't it? Again, because of compass. So this is getting checked first. Looking along the line there. Yeah, this is the first thing to be checked. So what is a purple R for a tank? It's overrun. So if US units in field of fire, yeah, but hold on. Fire. The thing is, its field of fire is only adjacent, surely still. I don't think that's going to do anything. Tanks overrun. Because this is a fire action, so it's reduced to just adjacent. Where is that? Where's overrun? There. Fire. Fire if any US units in the tank unit's field of fire. Well, no. If no US units in the tank field of fire, no action. Right, he's doing nothing then. I think that's right, yeah. I mean, that is a fire action, and coming to the night turn again, just look in, it says Japanese fire hits US units only in hexes adjacent to the firing position. For Japanese actions other than fire, fields of fire are not restricted. But this is firing first. Okay, if it hit, it would then move in close combat, but it's not getting. It needs to be able to fire first. So this is doing nothing. This is doing. Right. If it's got US units in field of fire, it's going to place depth in fire. It's got depth. Right, it's not got US units in field of fire though, so that now then moves it on to redeploy. So, yeah, so move to an unoccupied position when 3x is closer to the nearest US unit, and then it would fire. No, I can't switch positions. It's a tank that can switch positions. It needs to go to an empty position, Grant. It's nothing. It can't do nothing. It's fine, forget it. It can't redeploy anywhere. It doesn't switch positions. This would want to redeploy. That's within 3 though. Within 3 of that. That's going back the way, so's that. It's got to get closer. It's nowhere to go. So no, this is unoccupied but not within 3. It's purple looking for no. Right, so over here, this, it's not US in its field of fire, wants to redeploy. No. I think yes is the answer, Grant. Redeploy can do this, remember. What's in the card? A circle. Japanese unit in position X redeploys to an unoccupied position X within 3 X's of its current position, closer to the nearest US unit. Where is nearest US unit? 1, 2, 3. That there. The only position hex it can go is there. Yeah, it's going there, and then it's going to fire. See that? We couldn't take the hex. We couldn't. I had nothing to put in the hex. So it moves into there, and then it's going to fire, and then these are definitely now adjacent. Well, now I'm going to need to know the answer, am I not? Because if these guys are dead, sorry, one of them's dead, one of them's reduced, then that moving into there and then firing is going to kill that guy. And that's a circle. Come on, play the. Oh no, he's only one. He's not got depth. He's not got depth, Grant. That's a break. So that guy's going to be dead. But hold on. Well, if this wasn't considered adjacent, all that's going to happen is he's going to be reduced and disrupted. Yeah, these would be disrupted as well. So that's going to happen. We just don't know what's going to happen here. So that's another. It could be another cube. Just balance that on top there. So we think this. Well, if there's not 3 hits to here, there's definitely a 1, because he would move there, and that's an intense blue, and it's definitely adjacent to that, and that would hit that. So the best result for me is the engineer's still there, and that guy, the 2-step unit is reduced to 1 step. The worst result is the engineer's dead, and the unit's dead, and we've got an extra catastrophic loss. Okay. Let's try and come back to that. Right, I think that's... Oh, no, hang on. There was one more purple up here. I don't think he's... Oh. Well, no. He can't read... He can't... It's not an assault, Grant. He's no US units field of fire, so he's want to redeploy, and he's not got anywhere to go. That's it. Done. Right. So, brown to finish with. And this has all seemed a bit lame up to now, so... And you know what? I can see something that might happen. No, I don't think so. So the A action applies, but we can't fire artillery. So there's no brown here. This is brown, and it's in an artillery position, but it clearly states that a unit instructed to perform the artillery action conducts no action. And that's what that would be doing right now. No US units field of fire. It's an artillery position, artillery fire. So that's not going to do that. Unoccupied brown needs to have units in its field of fire to do the ambush action. So, hang on. Can he not still assault though? No, because it is an artillery position. Yeah, so no, it can't. Okay, moving along, nothing there. That's red, that's yellow, that's red. Blue, red. Well, this has already been done. So the only one's this. It is within 3 of this, but this isn't a position hex. So let's remind ourselves again. So does it have US units in field of fire? No. It's not an artillery position. And it's not got US units in field of fire. So it wants to assault, move to a position within 3 hexes. Yeah. It would move into there, but that's 4 away. It's not got, it's got this, but this is 3 away, but this is not a position hex, so it can't assault into there. It could only do that if this was in its field of fire. So this is only possibility, but so I don't think it's probably, it needs to be getting closer surely. 1, 2, 3 away there. If it goes to there, it's 1, 2, 3 away. It's not getting closer there. So I think when I find it, it'll tell me I need to be getting closer. Yeah, closer to the nearest US unit. So he's not doing anything either. So no, that's it. Well, I'll tell you what, we've survived through the night. Well, hang on, we're not finished yet, are we? Yeah, we've still got this to resolve, and I think I know how to, well, I think I know what I need to do with that. When we confirm one way or the other. If I don't hear from anybody else, I'm going to agree with how Rob was looking at it, and that's how he done it, and that's how I think it should be done as well. So, which means that both of these units are going to be eliminated, and we're going to be one more catastrophic loss. No artillery on that, nothing disrupted to undisrupt. So that is our 2 Japanese fire cards done. So let's check now, moving on to the next part of the night phase. Communication, yeah, that's fine. Second event, we skip that. HQ phase, we skip. Oh yeah, that was a hard thing, because we're not going to get a range, are we? So now it's our shot. Conductors in the regular sequence of play with the following adjustments. HQs and CPs have a command range of 0. Yes, that's rubbish. And we've only got 2 actions this turn. So nothing's in command of this. Nothing's in command of this, and nothing's in command of that. Magic. I forgot about that. Well. I could only move 1 hex. I don't check for infiltration. I can't do range fire, naval fire, dauntless airstrikes. Barrages may not be conducted. Yeah, to be honest, we've got 2 actions. What's the most important things you want to do, maybe? Oh no, I can attack. Yeah, remember you got heroes as well, Grant. Well, again, we probably want to know what's going on here. Damn. Well, I tell you one thing I want to do is I want to attack this. I mean, I'm not going to get any help, but I want to say he's a 5, is he? Is that enough, though? It's going to attack is 6. This is going to get double, remember. Yeah, that's not great, is it? And he's going to then build depth, isn't he? If I get it wrong. Unit alone. So if my attack strength is equal or greater but not double, and I don't have the weapons, he'll gain depth. So 6. So even if he's a 2, that's annoying. I probably shouldn't do that. I probably should just wait because he's not going to do anything. Yeah, what I was thinking about could still happen here. He can still be affected. I was thinking about it. Yeah, I was trying to think about the other things that could happen if you look at the word actions. If this was to patrol, he could be disrupted. Not assault. What I was thinking about it. I'll go with the page then, Grant. With the lettered actions. Mortar, if he was to fire mortars, that could be a hit. He wouldn't resupply. If we had somebody else in his field of fire, he could resupply. No, that was something else I was thinking about regarding that. Redeploy, reinforce, patrol. Yeah, like I say, mortar could hit us. What is it? Else could hit us. The patrol action could disrupt us. Can't assault us. I think maybe that's it. I suppose the other thing, he could be hit by artillery because he's in a clear hex. You know. Yeah, I think it's probably silly attacking with that though, because I'm saying that. Well, I was hoping to. What was I hoping to have? Just this tank or this tank? Yeah, I was. Well, he's not on command, Grant. Oh damn! I was saying he was going to be in command next turn because but we skipped the HQ phase. Well, not that it mattered because even if this did stretch out, I wasn't allowed to fire from range anyway. Yeah, I forgot about that. There's no HQ phase in the overnight turn as well. So, but again, that didn't matter because the HQs are not stretching out anyway. So, so should I get these into position then? I think so. So I move that into there. I'm going to move that into there. And then this was wanting to move, it's safer into there, isn't it? And I suppose this is kind of risking things, but can only move 1 hex. Each one of them moved 1 hex though. That tank's fine there for firing into there. That, I think I'll just leave that. These were all free moves. Yeah, so these 2 guys can move. I do have 2 actions though. This, well, we don't know what this is. What is this? Oh, this is full strength, isn't it? Yeah, but I still kind of need to know about this. Well, I'm pretty sure this is wiped out. So I could just go with that and just attack with these two. Remember, this doesn't have depth. He's going to get doubled. That's 7, 9. So yeah, it needs to be a 2 then. If it's bigger than a 2, we're in trouble, aren't we? And then you could just build depth. But I feel like I should probably have a go at this. Let's see if I've got any more reply to that. Okay, I did get Martin chimed in as well, agreeing with Rob that because it just says a position, then it's both X's and considered position. That's mainly why I asked the question, because I feel that's what I was feeling myself. So there was 3 hits dished out. This would have hit these twice, so this would have got eliminated the first time. L37 would have hit the second time. The second hit, because he dishes out 2 and they're both an intense field of fire. So the engineer doesn't cause a catastrophic loss. He would have got hit and then disrupted. And then when this moved, and here he only dishing out 1 hit, he's an intense. Oh no, yeah, it's got to be adjacent, Grant. He's not going to pick him. So it has to be adjacent, and then of course the fire priority is intense before steady. These are both in steady, remember? So that would eliminate that guy. So that is another catastrophic loss. Yeah, Rob was saying, I hope that's not me the end for you, Grant. I was like, no, I'm just hanging on by a very thin thread. So that's 24. And we're about to jump up to 28 though. But it is sitting at 26 at the moment. So we're still in the game. We're actually going to get on to turn 14. Whether I want that to happen or not, I might as well pod on. Yeah, Rob got right through the game. He ended up with 31 catastrophic losses and 24 positions secured. Yeah, and he's like, too difficult. And it is. But I think that's, if you know, I suppose maybe not. It's maybe not about winning the game. It's about, you've completed that game there, Rob. You got 24 positions. You maybe just, if you come back to it again, maybe try and beat the 24 positions. See if you can do that. But getting right through the game is a challenge in itself. And not only that Martin's AAR that I've been talking about, he decided to quit. So he didn't carry on, so he probably could have done slightly better. I'm guessing the next place he done, he must have got right through the game, because he got, I want to say it was 34 points he got. That's really good. I mean, I think 34 positions, it's going to be tough to beat that. And like I say, the thing with Martin is he knows the rules. He knows the rules better than any of us. Although there's a couple of glitches at the start of his AR where he makes an attack and makes a couple of attacks and then goes into close combat. Somebody reminds him of that, and then everything. But again, I'm not watching the video, so it'd be nice to see your video, a video of you doing it, Martin. But I still believe in his ability to be doing everything by the book. Because my belief is he's a stickler for doing things by the rules as well. So I'm all for that. Yeah, but I'll hopefully get a chance to talk about that. Not right now, because it looks like this is coming to a close. Well, hold on. What, are we going to make an attack on this? Yeah, see, yeah, this could end up building depth as well, though, isn't it? It's 9. It's only 9, and we can't. There's nothing else we can. And this is going to be sitting in intense blue as well for next. Hey, well, you could do something about that. You could give that an action and move. Well, should we make this attack? Why not, Grant? The worst thing I think is going to happen is, oh, hold on. These are going to get unrevealed, aren't they? And I'm going to have to take notes. Because I'm definitely doing that. This will be taken note of when it becomes unrevealed. And you can boo all you like. I don't think there's many folk booing at that, to be honest. Well, we do this. What have I got? 9 again, so it needs to be a 2. If it's more than a 2, we're giving it depth. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the chance. What the heck? So 7 plus 2 is 9. He does get doubled. Let's do it. He's just a 1 with a measly little flamethrower. How about that? We get a result. This guy's got flamethrower. Well, I think no, he doesn't. Well, he does. Right? You've got double. You've got the flamethrower. He's gone. I can't move in and the hex again. I can only move 1 hex, can't I? Yeah, well, you got rid of the unit. So we've got 2 actions, but you do still have some free actions. I mean, I know it's just moving along the road, the 1, but shouldn't I do that? Shouldn't I move him along the road 1, at least? And probably just move this out to intense blue, maybe? But then how do we get at this guy? To be honest, maybe I should move him into there. I mean, he's going to be cannon fodder as well. It's not going to be an immediate casualty loss because he's got 2 steps. I mean, this is going to shoot twice, right enough, so it might be able to hit one of these. But if I want to get this... Nah, but hold on, Grant. Hold on. I'm not going to attack that with that, am I? I'm going to... And this is only a 2-strength tank. Yeah. No, you need to... This unit needs to move into here. Right, yeah, I'm just thinking here about what to do with this guy. I don't know. Does it can't... If I move adjacent next turn and make an attack with 3-5, I mean, do we do something stupid like that? I mean, he is ranged, but this is through jungle, so I can't even get his help. But I mean, do I back this guy off instead and try and just put him in there? But remember, I can't move him from here to here to here because I need to stop here if I want to bring him back out again. But this is the safest hex to go in, so to be honest, this would go in and, well, this would be able to go in on top of that, wouldn't it now? And we could then attack next turn for 9 with a bit of support from the tank, 11. Yeah, okay, it feels kind of rubbish, but I'm just going to move that guy back then as an action. There's no point setting him in the intense blue. I mean, I would move him into there if we were going to make the attack next turn, but we can't make the attack next turn. Well, it would only be him. So it just seems silly. So I've got 1 action left. I mean, this guy could move, but I don't think I'm going to bother with that. There's probably something I could do. Now hold on. I can move this along, can't I? Yeah, I'm worried about... Yeah, and then that can bring this guy in. Yeah, let's do that. He's only 3 strength, but... Yeah, that works. He moved 1, he moved 1. They only moved 1 hex, that's right, yeah. Yeah, everybody's just moved 1 hex, I think. Hopefully. So I don't need to move this tank, don't need to move this tank. I mean, this will be in command next turn. So one more action. Nothing, I mean, these are going to get, well, I don't know, this is going to get attacked, isn't it? But I want to try and hold this if I can, so I've kept these guys further out of the way. So one more action. Can we maybe make a move on one of these guys? This guy got disrupted again. He's a guy that's in range that I'd like to have moved maybe into here, I think. Or has he got... He's got a hero, isn't he? Could have moved into there then. That's annoying. Then I could move one of these along. Or why don't I just move that into there? Maybe move that one up there. Oh, it's on the road as well. Let's do that. So he moves 1x into there. Right, that's it. I'm not going to overthink it. Let's get this parts now over an hour. So, yeah, let me straighten everybody up. Actually, we've got the disruption comes off this as well. I think that was probably the only disruption. And then I'll straighten everybody up, yeah. Right, there we go. I had a little thought there at the end about how about we move this guy into there. I'm thinking, how about not just maybe move him into there, and then with a chance then moving him into there. If nothing happens next turn, the blue doesn't fire. But these 2 units want to move into there anyway, so yeah, I think I'll just leave it. Right, I think that's everybody straightened up. So let's see the final part of the... So we've done the US action phase. So end of turn, conductors and regular sequence of play with the following additions. So Japanese reorganization. I noticed this was one bit that Martin's AAR, he also had the regular units getting halved and put back in the mix as well, but so I'm assuming that was maybe a later addenda amendment, errata, whatever you want to call it. Where is it? What are we doing here? Overnight turn 16. Yeah, disregard the second sentence, that is, do not move any non-elite eliminated units to the reserve units box. I think Martin's playthrough, but that was a wee while ago, so that was meant to be with the new rules, so unless he just didn't realise that one. But I'm pretty sure when after the night turn he put so many elite units and so many normal units back in the mix as well, so again, it might have been a errata that came later. So we mix together face down all elite. Oh, we've only got 3. Only one of them's coming back, I think. When we draw half of those units rounded down. Yeah, so 1.5 rounded down is 1. Place them in Japanese reserve box. Right, okay, so these are pretty nasty. The whole 3 of them are nasty. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have to, I'll shuffle these face down. It's maybe not the best place to put them, Grant. Put them up in the water there, right? Right, I'll leave them up there a sec. I'll deal with that in a bit. I mean, I can't remember what they are now since I flipped them over, so I'm sure I'll shuffle them about and what's what. Right, and so we're going to get 1 of them back. The other 2 are going to get removed from the game, and it's going to go in here. But I'll give these a wee shuffle as well, so that we know that it's not guaranteed to be that one on the top. I will do that just when I'm finished. And then lastly, we'll loss of contact flip. All revealed Japanese units and depth markers to the unrevealed side. So I'm going to do that as well off camera. And when we come back to the next part, this will be unrevealed. Does that mean these all become unrevealed? It must be, yeah. That seems a bit strange though, because when we do that, flip all Japanese units and put it to the revealed side, or Japanese tank units. Put the selected non-tank units to the revealed side. Thing is, the depth marker, these depth markers can't get flipped to their unrevealed side, can they? No, because that means that they don't have depth, they just have their in counter-attack stance. Okay. Right, so I think these are going to get flipped down as well, but their depth's going to be revealed still? Okay, maybe I'll have a little look into that, because this is creeping up now. This is definitely going to be unrevealed, but I'm going to take a note of these. I mean, yeah, should you even bother, Grant? Probably not, because I feel like we're going to get these. This is going to make a mess of us soon. I mean, although we survived that and we're still like here and we're going to make some moves into here, it's still a matter of time, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'll maybe look up a bit about the counter-attack units, because I don't. It says that their depth markers would get flipped down as well. But I don't think turning that over means that that's still got depth. This is just to signify that its depth's not there anymore and it's in counter-attack stance, which that's not the case. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Right. Okay. Well, that is the end of the turn, would be to flip all these and depth markers to the unrevealed side. And that's the end of the turn. So I will deal with that off camera and work it out and come back and tell you what decision I made about regarding the counter-attack ones. And then we will move on to turn 14. We will, well, the phase marker's not moved anyway. And bring the cards away. Yeah, no need for a shuffle. We shuffled last turn. So yeah, we'll come back turn 14. And yeah, like I say, I'll shuffle one of these back and I'll get these unrevealed and I'll take a wee note and yeah, we'll see how we go. Okay, well, I suppose we're still in the game. We lasted longer than the last playthrough. But yeah, it may have been better just to call an end to it. But I'm now kind of keen to sort of just see if I can progress a wee bit further, but I really do think, I mean, we've not even removed the tank, have we? All the tanks are still here. So they're just going to make a mess of me, I think. Okay, I'll maybe get back tomorrow and see how we go from there. Okay, cheers.